Leading our bulletin this hour, the AmaZulu Royal family is in court today. The late King Goodwill Zwelithini's first wife, Queen Sibongile, and her two daughters are challenging the validity of his will. They claim it should not stand as some of the signatures are forged. King Misuzulu has been installed as the heir to the throne, but it's said that the opposing faction wants the crown for Prince Simakade. That's the eldest son of the late king. eNCA's Lethiwe Mdluli is following the story for us and joins us live outside court. Lethiwe, good afternoon. I can see Amabuto didn't heed the call to stay home insofar as adhering to COVID protocols. They are present there in full force. Talk to me about this.
Well, Mfunda, I couldn't quite catch your last question, but at the moment we are outside the Pietermaritzburg High Court, and as you can see from what is happening behind me, Amabuto and Izintombi have currently gathered. They are in support of King Misuzulu, and they are just here showing some sympathy. They've been here since the morning, as you'd understand that the matter regarding the royal family members is back in court. Currently what we have been hearing from inside court are the two lawyer representatives from the two factions. The first lawyer has argued for Queen Sibongile Mdluli, who basically brought an affidavit in court calling for 50% of the Zulu royal estate to be hers, because she's saying that she was the only one who was married in community of property, and she has been asking for the courts to declare the other marriages to be invalid. Of course, the faction or the lawyers that are representing King Misuzulu are opposing this, and they're also questioning why the lawyers of Madlamini are questioning the other marriages. But that's the argument that we've been hearing this morning from inside courts. But currently, as you can see, there are a lot of Amabuto outside the courts. They are in support, and they are also saying that the courts and the law has interfered with what usually is they shouldn't interfere in. We've been hearing music and songs that they've been singing in support of what is currently happening.
You say that there are two factions, granted, that are having their matter ventilated inside the courtroom. But talk to me about Amabuto. Their presence there today, are they also divided along factions, or they are there just supporting the kingdom?
Basically, what we've been hearing from them is that they do not want the courts to interfere with any of the royal house squabbles. They are saying that they should not, or the courts should not decide on the next king. I spoke to Nomagugu earlier on, just asking her why she is here today, and also why Izintombi and along with Amabuto are here. And they were saying that they just need for the courts to not be present or not have any anything to say on this matter, but they are saying that they are in support of what is currently happening within the royal family when it comes to King Misuzulu taking the reins from his father. You'd remember that during the will reading of the late Queen Mantombi, King Misuzulu Zulu, or KwaZulu rather, was announced as the next successor. But of course, some factions from the royal family are against this, and they do have another preferred candidate, which is Prince Simakade Zulu, and that matter, of course, has been brought before court, and they are also questioning the will that was left behind by the late king. His daughters have also they have an application where they are basically questioning whether the signatures within that will are the right signatures. So the matter is very complicated, but for now we're only hearing that matter of Queen Sibongile Mdluli, where she is asking for the courts to invalidate the other marriages and only recognize her marriage as she was married to the late king in community of property.
Lethiwe, what are Amabuto saying specifically on that matter that seeks to nullify the other marriages? Has anybody especially expressed their view on what is taking place in court today?
Well, AmaZulu are not able to speak to the media currently. The only thing that we've heard from them is the music and the chanting that they've been doing. But right before you came to us for this live crossing, some members of the royal family came out and they addressed them and thanked them for being here in court today. But they have not actually raised any of their views or said anything regarding this matter. But from the chanting and what we're hearing from the music, they are saying that they wish that the court would stay out of the Zulu royal family matters and let them have this discussion on their own as a family. And there are also some placards that have been displayed by Izintombi outside where they are saying that they are in support of King Misuzulu taking the reins.
No, Lethiwe, I must say it's a very, very interesting case that could possibly develop the law further. We even spoke yesterday about how it might find itself in the Constitutional Court, where here what we're looking at is where you have common law pit against customary law as to where can you ventilate issues of this nature? Should it be handled by the Royal Council, or they have every right to be in that court where they are today? Most certainly we'll catch up with you a bit later on as proceedings continue. That's Lethiwe Mdluli there, just reporting on that case of the Kingdom in KwaZulu-Natal.